Okay, so I'll start the Boat Captain software. Just type in Boat Captain down here. And because I'm connected to AMOS right now on the network, I don't have any internet, so I'm just gonna temporarily here go back to my regular router for internet access. Connect, good. And I'll start Boat Captain again so we can actually see the map that comes up. And my internet's not ready. I'll try that again. Okay, connect to Murphy. That's the name of my internet router. Okay, connected. Looks like there should be internet now. One more time. There we go. World map came up. So click the Preferences menu item, Connection, and COM5 is where the AMOS remote is connected. You'll see actually there's another COM port available on my computer. It's COM3. So you just have to realize which one is connected to the AMOS remote. If you're not sure, you can always close this and disconnect the AMOS remote and then do it again, and then you'll see which one's missing from the list. But we'll just leave it plugged in for now since I know it's COM5. Click OK. It says connected to AMOS. That's good. And you can see where AMOS is located here in New Brunswick. So if you zoom in, it'll tell you exactly where it is. It takes a while for the size to adjust to your map size. And you see some parameters here as well. 16 degrees Celsius, that's the temperature inside the box. It's kind of chilly in here tonight in the basement. The heading for the IMU, inertial measurement unit, and the voltage of the battery. So everything seems to be communicating here and working well. One thing though I should note, if you're doing this test indoors, depending on the walls of the building and so forth, and your line of sight access to the sky, the GPS antenna may not be able to pick up enough satellites, so you may not actually get a GPS fix, and so you may not have any position for AMOS on the map at this point. And the way the software works as well, it tries to get the GPS heading or the GPS position first before it outputs any heading information. So if there's no GPS position available, you'll see the heading is typically 0 as well. And what we're going to do now, just verify the propeller is working. I'm going to press up a few times. You can hear the propeller going there in the background. It gets louder as we turn it. I'll just turn it up to about 4 right now. I don't want to cause too much wind down here. And what you can do also is go over to AMOS and stand behind the propeller just a good distance and just make sure the wind is blowing backwards away from the robot so that it will propel it forwards. If it's actually blowing in the wrong direction, what you can do is stop it first, and then you can swap 2 of the wires going to the air propeller motor, and that will fix the direction if you need to do that. I'm also gonna just rotate the servo, maybe say 20 degrees, make sure that it turns properly. You press stop to go quickly back to the center, and then you can turn it the other way, perhaps about 20 degrees as well. Just verify that turns correctly. It does, and then you can stop back to the middle again. Alright, so some of the next things we'll want to check out we'll do within the PuTTY terminal software. So what we're actually going to do now is stop the program that's running on AMOS, just so that it doesn't interfere with any of the other smaller test programs that will be running through PuTTY. So I'll click on the file, remote AMOS program info, That'll bring up a dialog, this one. So you can click this button here, stop execution of current AMOS program, and it'll say, are you sure you want to do this? Yes. And remote program has been stopped. So click OK. We can close down Boat Captain now, and then I'll start. Actually, no, forgot. We'll have to go back now to the AMOS access point. Connect to that, and then we can start PuTTY. Okay, I've got it set up already for AMOS Wi-Fi, so I've got the host name here, 192.168.5.1, port 22. So we'll click open. Okay, log in as pi, password all underscore, lowercase letters, AMOS underscore remote robot. So it's AMOS underscore robot is the default password. Click enter. Okay, and now we'll do. Oh, actually, first we'll make sure the remote control test program isn't running. So we'll do pydoff remote control test. And if it's not running, we should see no output at all from this program. Yeah, that's good. If it was running, we'd typically see like a number, usually a 3-digit number, I think, if the remote control test program is running. So we just need to make sure that it's not still running for some reason after it was shut off from the Boat Captain software. So we'll go to the computer programs folder, and then we'll go first. Let's go first to the pH test program, and we'll make sure the pH sensor is working. So sudo pH test, and just doing this without any temperature compensation, and you can see the output there is about what we would expect. For the storage solution is usually around anywhere between about 3.5 to 3.7, I find. So that's good. You could also, if you wanted to, take it out of the storage solution and test it in some tap water just to verify, that that's probably around close to 7, hopefully. So we won't do that right now, though. So let's see what else we can test here. Let's test the camera. Oh no, well, maybe we'll do the temperature sensor first. Temp test sensor test. Okay, sudo temp sensor test. Okay, yeah, about 16 degrees down in the basement. So we'll do Control C. We don't want to keep running that. We can do a LiDAR test. This folder. Yep. Sudo LiDAR test. And yeah, it's fairly close to a wall at the moment, I think, so it's about anywhere between 13 and 17 centimeters. And we can stop that. And what else? What else is there here? Oh yeah, let's go to the IMU test. That's for the inertial measurement unit, and we'll be able to see the heading output as well as the accelerometer output and gyro output. And it's got the temperature sensor as well, so you can see all kinds of numbers there. Basically, if what you want to look for is make sure the roll and pitch are not too high. If AMOS is nice and flat and fairly level, they should be 10 degrees or less probably. And heading could be, well, whatever compass heading the AMOS boat is pointed in. The heading output by the IMU test program is the magnetic compass heading. It's not like a true heading, but the heading you get from the Boat Captain software, that's an actual true heading. It's been corrected for magnetic declination, depending on where the AMOS boat is being shipped. I can show you quickly where to change that if you want to. So the remote control test folder is here, and you'll want to open the prefs.txt file, sudo nano prefs.txt, and we'll scroll down here. It's got all the preferences, and compass, there we go, declination set to -18. That's about what the declination here is in Fredericton. So anyway, let's have a look. What else is there to test out now? Yeah, the camera, we should do that. We'll go to image test, and we'll just do a look, see what kind of JPEG files are in there now. So there is an output_image img.jpg file there already. I'm just going to delete that because that's the file that the test program generates. Sudo rm output image img.jpg. Good. And just run the image test program, and yeah, it's just a very not a very big image. Its main purpose of this image test program is for feature detection. So the idea was to take little small pictures and see if there's interesting features within the picture. So you'll notice in the image it creates, there's these little red squares that are indicating where the features are. And we can take a look to make sure the output image file got generated. There it is. Good. And if you wanted to, you can use PuTTY to download it. I did that previously, so this is the PuTTY command you would use to download that. And there it is, 81 kilobytes. And we can take a look, and we'll notice that it's upside down because the Pi camera is upside down. When it's running in the actual AMOS software, there's a flag that is set to correct the orientation of that. So you can see my basement here is kind of upside down. All right, and so that's the basic test, going through all the oh, I forgot one. I forgot the humidity sensor, so we'll do that, and then I think we're pretty much done. So go back, cd humidity test, sudo humidity test, and this measures the humidity and temperature of the sensors in both the front CPU box and the back battery box. And they're a little bit different than the other temperature sensor. They're a couple degrees different, actually, 1.5 degrees different. And you can see it's nice and dry down here in the basement in the middle of winter. Alright, and we can stop that with Control-C. Alright, and normally you can just power down AMOS if you want, but I'll do it formally here. Sudo halt. And within a few seconds you'll start to hear it beep, and then you can go and flick off the switch.